Lone Ranger.
Hi-yo, Silver!
A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty Hi-yo Silver. The Lone Ranger.
You find out who owns the land, boss?
Mm-hmm. Somebody named John Thorpe.
Suppose you want to sell.
No reason why he won't. Unless somebody tells him he's sitting on a fortune in copper. And I sure don't plan on telling him.
Jenny, I told you not to do that heavy work.
Now, Dad, I'm strong enough to carry water buckets. Besides, you're busy.
Welcome, friends.
Looking for John Thorpe. Might you know where we could find him, preacher?
Why, I'm John Thorpe, and this is my daughter, Virginia. I'm not used to hearing my full name like that. I've been called Brother John now for almost 15 years.
You two here alone?
Well, yes. Is there something we can do for you, gentlemen? I'm afraid you're a bit early for services. We won't be ready for a day or two yet.
Look, preacher, we're not here to get religion. This is a business trip.
Dad.
It's all right, my dear. There's nothing to be frightened of. Now then, gentlemen, you said something about business?
Mm-hmm. We're interested in this property, and record says you own it.
That's right. But I don't intend to sell it. I've big plans for this piece of land.
So have we, preacher. And we're prepared to pay you plenty.
Well, just why does this property interest you so much, Mr.
Dillon, miss. Crane Dillon. Looking for a place to settle down. This kind of strikes my fancy.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Dillon, but there are other spreads in the area. I'm sure you'll find something.
Maybe you didn't hear me good enough, preacher. I said I wanted this property. Now, we've made you an offer. I think you better take us up on it.
You keep out of this, lady.
Maybe you've let my calling sway you, Mr. Dillon. I preach against violence, but sometimes it seems necessary. Now get out of here.
All right, get him up. Hang on to him. Now, brother, I'm going to preach you a little sermon, just to teach you I mean what I say.
Let him alone. The masked man.
Hello, Brother John. Who are these men?
Not close friends, obviously, as you can see. Thank you, friend, for your interruption.
Look, mister, whoever you are, maybe we could make the deal.
The only deal we're going to make is a trip to the sheriff's office.
No, my friend. Let them go.
But, Dad.
Never mind, Ginny. I think Mr. Dillon deserves another chance. Perhaps he's learned his lesson.
You're getting a break, Dillon. One I'm not sure you deserve. Now, you'd better leave.
Oh, Dad, are you all right?
I'm just fine, my dear. Thanks to our masked friend.
Yes, you certainly did show up just at the right time. But what brings you here?
Miss Thorpe, I heard your father bought this property. Brother John, I haven't seen you since you established the missionary school on the reservation. I wanted to see how plans were going.
Fine, my friend, just fine. However, it will be some time before my plans are fully realized. It will take a lot of money and hard work.
Of course. What did Dillon and his friends want here?
This property.
They must have wanted it badly.
Perhaps. But that's over now. Tell me, where is your Indian friend, Tonto? It's unusual to see you without him.
He's in Trail City getting some supplies. I'm to meet him at our campsite later.
Will you be in this area long, sir?
Perhaps, Miss Thorpe, if I'm needed.
Hey, mister, you drop paper. Out of my way, Indian.
Thank you, my friend. Are you all right?
Me all right. Seems to me you're making a mistake, mister. Siding with a redskin.
What it seems like to you is not important.
Hold it, boys. Reckon my gun will settle this.
I ought to warn you, mister. This here's Crane Dillon you're slapping leather with. He's like lightning.
Your concern is gratifying, but we'll see how fast he is.
You got me cold. I ain't drawing.
Who are you, mister?
Is it important?
Gun as fast as that's plenty important. What did you come to Trail City for?
I've got a score to settle with a man named John Thorpe.
Tonto. What's wrong?
Trouble, Kimasabi. Gunfighter come to Trail City. Say him have scored to settle with John Thorpe.
John Thorpe? You mean Brother John?
Him drop paper. May see. Paper say him name William Hubbard. Finished medical school in East.
A diploma? You mean this man's a doctor?
That's right.
I wonder why a man who took the doctor's oath to save a human life is prepared to turn killer. And why is he after a peaceful man like Brother John?
Me wonder the same thing, Kimasabi. That's why me ride fast. You go see Doctor?
Yes, Tonto. I'll see him tonight, when my mask won't be seen in Trail City.
That's good.
Did you check on the room number?
Hotel clerk say room 103.
Keep your hands up, both of you.
We come in peace, Doctor.
Your friend and I have already met. What's this all about?
May we come in? We'd like to talk to you.
Just keep your hands away from your guns. You're masked.
My mask stands for justice. That's why I came here. Tonto told me what happened in town. How you faced down Crane Dillon. It's hard to believe that a man who'd do that is a killer.
What I do is my business. It's no concern of yours.
I'm afraid it is, Doctor. John Thorpe happens to be a friend of mine.
You're not very careful in choosing your friends.
I value his friendship highly. I want to help him, and you, if you'll let me. Suppose you tell me the story.
It wouldn't change things.
I'd still like to hear it.
All right. It began 20 years ago. I was just a boy living with my father. Thorpe had a ranch near our place. Some of his cattle were stolen. On the basis of flimsy evidence, he accused my father of being the thief. Because of those accusations, my father was lynched.
I'm sorry.
Later, Dad was proved innocent. I began practicing with guns, waiting for the day I could get my revenge. A lawyer friend of my father sent me some money to put me through medicine. I tried to forget what had happened, but I couldn't. After I finished school, I began my search for Thorpe. It led me here to Trail City.
20 years is a long time, Doctor. Maybe you'll find the man has changed when I take you to him.
You know where he is? But I thought...
That I want to save him? I do, Doctor.
I don't understand.
I think you will, Doctor, when you meet John Thorpe tomorrow. Tonto?
Why are we stopping here? This looks like some kind of a church.
That's right, it is. I promised the preacher here I'd make a donation for a project he's planning.
All right, but can you hurry it? I'd like to get on to a meeting with Thorpe.
Certainly. Why don't you come in with us, Doctor? Possibly you'd like to make a donation yourself. The project is very worthwhile.
What are you doing?
This is a church. Weapons don't belong here.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Virginia. Is your father here?
Yes, he's in the back. Dad, you have company.
Hello. Is something wrong?
Nothing that can't be settled, Brother John. We've brought a friend with us, a doctor. He's just arrived in Trail City.
A doctor? I'm honored, sir. We can use a medical man out here.
I thought you might tell the doctor of your work here, and what your plans are.
Why, certainly. I plan to build a home on this very site. A home for orphan boys. You see, Doctor, I once made a terrible mistake. It was 20 years ago. I was the cause of a boy being orphaned. I've never forgiven myself.
And you think this boy's home will make up for what you did?
What I did, Doctor, can never be erased. What I'm trying to do is make restitution in the best and only way I know how. Can you understand?
I'm sure he does, Brother John, or he wouldn't be a doctor. You and he have the same thing in common. Saving souls and lives.
That's true.
I'd better get back to town.
Well, you will be back to see us, sir.
I'll be back.
Your doctor friend, masked man, there seems to be something bothering him.
You're right, Miss Thorpe. There is.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I hope you already have, Brother John. Goodbye, friends. Now, Doctor, do you see why we brought you here?
It's quite obvious, my friend. But how do I know that John Thorpe isn't simply hiding behind the cloth of a man of God?
You don't. But if he were, are you still willing to take his life?
He took my father's.
Maybe the man has changed.
I'm going to build a home for orphan boys.
He killed my father. He killed my father. What are you doing here?
I've been here since you left. You came to see Brother John?
Yes.
He's not inside. He and Tonto went to town for supplies. If you have a message for him, I'll be glad to give it to him.
I'm afraid the message will have to be delivered personally.
You still can't get straight within yourself, can you, Doctor?
He killed my father.
And he's been sorry for it ever since. Doctor, your medical training is priceless to the West. Could you practice your profession after deliberately violating the doctor's oath by taking a human life?
No, I don't suppose I could.
And another thing. You've already started to make a reputation for yourself as a fast gun. That may lead to nothing but trouble.
What do you mean?
I mean, there'll always be someone wanting to see how fast you are. To see if they can outdraw William Hubbard. You may be fast, Doctor. But believe me, there's someone always faster.
I've practiced with this gun for a long time. I don't intend to be a gunfighter. But I honestly believe there's not a man living who can outdraw or outshoot me.
You're wrong, Doctor. You can't outdraw me. And I'm the one you'll have to get past if you attempt to kill Brother John.
Look, my friend, my argument is with John Thorpe, not you.
This needn't be an argument. But just a game to show you how wrong you can be.
A game?
Yes. Called Texas Draw. All you've got to do is to try to shoot the gun out of your opponent's hand. Are you willing?
All right.
What is it?
Nothing serious, Miss Thorpe. Just a game. But one that may help the doctor make a decision.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, darling.
Tonto will ride out to our camp and pick up our gear.
You're leaving us?
No, Brother John. We'll see you again. But I'd like you to be on your guard while we're going.
Why, certainly.
Silver! Good boy. Ooh.
They're leaving now, Dillon.
This is going to be too easy. Hey, I'm sure glad that stranger started spouting off about who he was gunning for.
You figure they'll blame the preacher's death on him, huh?
I know they will, and he won't have an alibi in the world that'll hold water.
The masked man and the Indian won't give you any trouble. Matt and me will take care of that.
Good. And I'll meet you in town with the papers showing that the preacher's property belongs to us. Come on, let's go.
Drink up, big fellow. What is it, Silver? Easy, boy, easy. He senses something, Tonto. Let's look up in the rocks.
You missed him. Come on, we'll have to go down after him.
Tonto, up in those rocks. Start firing. I'll circle around behind them. Drop those guns.
You all right, Kimasabi?
Yes, Tonto.
Why you try to kill Tonto and friend?
Crane Dillon wanted you out of the way.
Where's Dillon now?
He's out at the preacher's.
Why does Dillon want that property?
There's copper on it.
Tonto, take these two into town and see that they get a cell. I'll meet you later at the church.
Me take care of them, Kimasabi. We go now. You're a stubborn man, preacher, but you're going to sign over that bill of sale or else. I'm asking you, preacher. Are you going to sign over this property?
No.
I'm giving you just to the count of 3 to change your mind. 1, 2.
Please!
3!
Miss Thorpe,
Oh, he's hurt badly.
I'll tie Dillon up and then ride into town and get the doctor. Can you get him into your living quarters?
Yes.
Doctor, come quickly. Your services are needed.
What is it?
John Thorpe. He's been shot.
And you're asking me to help?
You're the only doctor within miles. Please hurry.
But,
Have you instruments?
yes, in my bag.
Get them. Then get to your horse. I'll meet you on the road outside of town.
Oh, Doctor, thank goodness you come.
Virginia, would you step outside for a moment? I'd like a word with the doctor.
Yes, certainly.
Well, Dr. Hubbard, my guns can do nothing now.
What do you mean?
His life is in your hands. It's up to you whether he lives or dies.
But my father, how can I forget that?
He hasn't forgotten it either, Doctor. He's done everything in his power to make it up. Now it's your turn to forgive. It isn't John Thorpe you're working on. It's Brother John.
Dr. Hubbard. The masked man told me who you are, why you came here.
If you'd like to call another doctor in.
Doctor, there's something I want you to know. Since my father made his mistake, I've been raised on one thing. Faith. I have faith in you. You're a doctor. And I think a good one.
I'll do my best, miss.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
What'd the doctor say, Miss Thorpe?
Everything's going to be all right.
Sheriff had men in jail, Kimasabi. And me take Dillon now?
Yes, Tonto. And tell the sheriff to hold him.
What me say is charge.
Attempted murder.
You may come in now.
Doctor, before we go in, there's something I want to tell you. The masked man asked me to wait until you were through with Father, because he said you wouldn't want it to affect your decision.
Yes?
It wasn't a lawyer friend who paid for your medical schooling. It was my father.
Your father?
He asked the lawyer not to tell you for fear you wouldn't accept the money.
What a fool I've been.
You did a fine job, Dr. Hubbard.
Thank you.
Brother John, your dream about a boy's home may come true sooner than you think. Your land is rich in copper. That's why Dillon and his men wanted it so badly.
The Bible says, "He who maketh haste to become rich shall not be innocent."
And, Father, I think we'll have a doctor for the home, too. Fine doctor. Fine man.
The doctor and the preacher. We should make a good combination, my boy.
I'm sure we will.
By the way, Doctor, I never did find out what brought you to Trail City. What was it?
I was looking for something. And now, thanks to the masked man, I think I found it.
Why, he's gone.
Certainly, my dear. He has many things to write and many people to help, just as he's helped us.
But who is he?
I thought you doctors were supposed to know everything. He's the Lone Ranger.